abundance to you all. So today is July 29th. Okay, I don't understand, how do you all do it? How do you retwist your hair without clips, without oil, and without like a real life cream or something? I originally created this video to basically show how I've been caring for my hair these past 3 months. I locked my hair April 14, 2020, so it's almost April to May, June to July. It'll be my 3-month mark with my locks, and oh my gosh. I have not really had access to like the hair products that I had back when I was living in Shanghai, or that I would have in the States. So when I decided to lock my hair, I was on like the last of my little castor oil. And right now, it's olive oil in here from out like the bottle that I got from the grocery store here, because that's the only type of oil that I can find. And so like I go into the Facebook groups and like, how do you all retwist your hair if you don't have clips? Because I twist my partner's hair and their hair stays, because when I started their locks, it was the 1-strand coil twist, and their hair has already been locking up. I don't feel as though my hair has been locking up or whatever, but it's still a journey. Like, I'm still early on, but I was at some point using like, because I be going into the ocean here, like I be going swimming, and I had put some of that water into my spray bottle, but then my spray bottle stopped spraying. That got on my nerves. But besides that, I have really been trying to figure out how to care for my hair with the most basic products, which is water and olive oil out the grocery store. Keep it simple. Okay, as I've been, oh, can y'all see the back? So this is the side. Okay, and we're back to, I don't know, I really be trying to figure out when am I gonna, because I told y'all my spray bottle does not work, so I have to try to shake it up to actually get it to like spray some water out. And I don't know why it stopped working. Oh, it is spraying now. Okay, awesome. So, I really don't know. Okay, because I'm on my journey and I really just want my hair, my locks to be just full and flowing and to thicken up. But I know because I'm still early on in my journey, it's not happening right now. Okay? But I'm still trying to create a great hair regimen, because like when I was wearing out my natural fro and my curls and my Bantu knots on my natural hair, I had a regimen going, like I took care of my hair, but like I feel as though I do so much less with my hair now. It's like I've had these Bantu knots in my hair for 3 days because I washed it the other day and I wanted to keep the twist to tighten, because when I wet my hair in the shower, it loosens up my roots. And I figured like the only way for that not to happen is for me not to do anything to it. And then I being here in Thailand, I'm really, I wear my head wrap a lot, unless like I wet my hair that morning before I go out. But if I have my Bantu knots in, I have my head wrapped in, and yeah. I really see so many beautiful people on Instagram with their locks who like have truly, you know, encouraged me to see like what my hair could possibly look like within a year or two, because you know they say it takes forever for your hair to really lock up. A year, it's like, no, I don't see it happening, because like my partner hair has already locked up, and the hair is like, it's bleached and it's green and it's locked up, and my hair is blonde and it has not locked up. It's still, I still see the twist. It hasn't thickened up or anything. So, just trying to figure it out. But I know someone said, oh, if you want to retwist your hair, just put it in some Bantu knots and it will, while your hair is wet. So I did this, I put the Bantu knots in while my hair was wet, so it could, I guess, dry in that style, and it would look like something. But for everybody who's been asking, because I've been getting a lot of questions about living in Thailand, and I absolutely love it here. I really do. I love it here. It's a beautiful culture. It's a beautiful where I'm at. I'm in Phuket. The people are just super nice. It just being here just kind of allows you just like to slow down. When I was living in Shanghai, I feel as though, because it was like a big city, I feel as though everything was just so rushed. And here it's just like a laid back type of feeling. And there are so many people who got stuck here, but who came here to Thailand on vacation and then the borders closed. I've met so many people who have that same story. I'm trying to figure out if I want to get an education visa in order to continue to live here after July comes and the regular visa that's been allowing everyone to stay here ends. I feel like it'd be really great. But honestly, when you think about the cost of living, moving to like a new city, because I know a lot of people have been saying with everything that's going on in the US, and it's just becoming unbearable for people. And I feel as though when I was living in Shanghai, and since I've been here, I've always felt safe. There hasn't been a time where I didn't feel safe as a black woman, as a woman, period. And I just feel as though everyone should, once in their life, go and travel, especially as a black woman, as a black person, go and travel abroad, travel solo. Really take the opportunity to get to spend some time with yourself, get to know yourself, see the world, experience another way of existing and living in the world, as well as man, I've met so many people who are really like building their brands, building their businesses, and working on building their mental, emotional, spiritual self, like really working on their own healing in their lives. And people continue to stay here, one, because the cost of living, it is super inexpensive to live here in Thailand, depending on the type of life that you want to live. But honestly, you can literally spend between, if you're living like alone or maybe with a partner, spend between $200 to $500 a month, US dollars a month on rent. And everything else like would basically go to like your groceries or whatever else that you, I guess, have a desire to buy. If you're doing extracurricular activities, we don't really go out, like partying and drinking. Like we don't really do those things. And there's a lot of stuff that you can do here for free. You don't really have to pay to live your life, you know. But the cost of living compared to the US, like, is super cheap. I feel as though if you're going to move abroad, I feel as though you should really consider building a business that you can basically generate income online, working remotely, or have a job that allows you to live anywhere in the world. I feel as though those are important things. Also, to save up, really look at the cost of living of the place in which you want to travel or live in. See what it's like for a family to live there. If you're like married or like have a spouse, like what it would be like for the two of you to live there. And if you have children, where you really would want to look at like the education system and like figure out where you put your children into school. I feel as though those are the things that would cost the most, is like education, especially. I would think that most people want to put their children at an international school if you're going to a foreign country. Ouch. Whew. But I think those are really important things. It feels like our other expenses is like we ride a scooter, because that is the main way to get around here in Phuket. When we were in Bangkok, there's a MARTA. So it's a train station type thing, but you still need you'd walk a long way after that, or you just really need a bike, because the taxis and the tuk-tuks are generally expensive. So the cheapest way each month is to rent a motorbike monthly, and I think we spend like $100 US a month to rent a scooter. In Shanghai, I took the metro all the time, so I didn't really spend much money on that. I think I spent like 500 RMB a month. And that was included like getting back and forth to work and taking the bus, plus like going extra places, like on the weekends and things like that. What else do they spend money on? Because though most stuff that is like imported will always be like super expensive, and you'll be paying the same type of prices that you pay back home. And I really love to support the local farmers, the local entrepreneurs. Like Thailand specifically, like the market is okay. It's basically street food, and like the market is really part of like their culture. And so like those are major things I really like to support. The people who, you know, I love fresh fruit. I'm vegan. I love all the fresh fruit options that are available, all of the tropical fruit and everything that's just been picked. So those things, all of the fresh vegetables that are available are all really awesome. So I feel as though on groceries each month, I would say a week, we spend maybe 1,000 baht, because my partner eats chicken, which boosts it up. When we're shopping at the local market, we probably spend like 400 a week on vegetables, and then the fruit that we would get probably spend 500 baht, depending on how much we would get, because we're living on a budget here in Thailand and still trying to create a way so we can live here for the rest of the year. We actually really do love it here, and there's just so many opportunities and ways to just grow and network. And I feel as though the best thing that I did once I graduated from college was to work. I worked the rest of the summer after I graduated. I worked from May to September when I left. This was back in 2018. Did not go out, didn't do anything. I worked and I saved up, I believe I saved up $5,000 before I moved to Shanghai. But I also had a job that reimbursed me once I arrived in Shanghai. They reimbursed me for my flight and gave me a resettling allowance, which was very beneficial. And then while I was working, I saved up in order to, because I knew I wanted to travel once my contract was up in August. However, coronavirus happened and jobs and working stopped, and I just was like, oh, well, this is like, there's no time like the present, might as well go travel now. And then like we started here in Thailand, and we thought we were going to travel all of Southeast Asia, but then the borders closed, the airports closed, and we just really, honestly, this is where we were when the whole world shut down. So we've actually been living here for about 4 months. We've been here since March. I really feel like I live here, and that this is like my home. I mean, wherever I am, it's my home. I really like it here. Yeah. So I'm really trying to see if I feel like this time it worked. I tried to do this whole Bantu knot twisting method once before because somebody had suggested it, but I guess my hair was not wet when I did it, so it didn't really hold. My hair was still kooky when I took it out that time, my roots, so I was just like, this sucks, and it was stupid, but I knew that the reason why it didn't work out the way I might have wanted it to work out was because my hair was dry when I did it, and it works out better when your hair is wet in order to manipulate it and to wait for it to dry. I'm most likely going to put these back in like tomorrow or the next day, because it is a process. But if you live in America, God bless you. But with the things that I have seen about people feeling as though they're being oppressed because they have to wear masks to go into stores and stuff, I feel as though that is so extra. Because living here in Asia, everybody understands. It's a respect thing, because you don't know, especially when I'm walking past older people, you don't know if you had coronavirus or if you've come in contact with somebody. So out of respect, I wear a mask. You wear it out of respect. Like, if there's a possibility, oh damn, I don't know if I'm gonna cough, because most people when you cough, you don't know what's about to happen. So if you make a mistake, you cough in somebody's face, you cough around somebody who doesn't have on a mask, and you might have been in contact with somebody who has coronavirus, you have coronavirus and don't know it, it's effed up if because of that moment and you deciding I'm not going to wear a mask, F everybody. Like, no, it's a respect thing, and if you don't understand that, and you feel as though you're being oppressed, or they're trying to take away your rights, or they're trying to control you by having you wear a mask, you really have some serious issues. Like living in China, because I was living in China when coronavirus first started, and it was very serious. Everybody took it very serious, and everybody complied. They said wear a mask. You can't go into certain. They closed down businesses for months, like, and you just had to deal with it. You had to, like, this is a real thing. People were dying. Like, nobody's thinking, oh, they're trying to control us by wearing masks, because people in China already wear masks because the pollution in the air is already horrible. So, which I blame on the U.S. and all the other people who have things manufactured here and imported to the U.S. But people really grow up in a polluted country because of manufacturing and industry. Man, I don't think people will ever understand unless you really travel outside of the U.S., live somewhere. Because traveling to a place, going on vacation, you do not have the same experience as if though when you are living in a place. Because that's when you really get a better understanding of this is what life is like, because you are living the same life that the locals are living. You are experiencing the same things that they are experiencing. Your day to day, you see the smog, you're experiencing it. Like, if you don't wear a mask, especially when the smog is high in Shanghai, you can get bronchitis, which I had a stint of. You don't want to be sick, and these people, like, they've been wearing masks for years because of that. I don't know. It just really makes me sad when I look at the way that a lot of people initially in the U.S. were, reacting to coronavirus, because a lot of people especially thought it was a joke, really didn't take it seriously. Because I even had friends and stuff calling me, and initially it was a joke to everybody until, it came to America. Now it's real to some people, and then some people also, now they think it's a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. It is real. I'm not advocating for the whatever the thing is, because I don't believe in pharmaceuticals. I don't believe in taking whatever cure or antibody. I wouldn't take that. God bless all y'all, but I think y'all should really open your minds up and pay attention and really think about what it is that you want out of your life and your existence, and if the U.S. is catering to that or not. And if it's not, where can you go to create an experience that aligns with your intentions, your goals, and a life that would be suitable for your growth, your prosperity, and your health, your longevity. I think about all these things, about how I could where I could thrive and continuously grow as a Black woman, as an entrepreneur, as a healer, as a spiritual person. There's so much. Okay, I think they're all out. But, so, I don't know. I don't really think this is a look. I prefer them in the Bantu knots, but maybe when they loosen up in a few days and just hang and not be as. This was the look that I was going for. When I first was doing my locks, I just kept putting it up in a bow, and I really didn't like that because it keeps that shape, and when it dries, it just curls over like curly fries, and it just doesn't look cute. So this is cool, yes. But I can really see the growth that my hair has experienced since I started, because I bleached my hair the day before I started my locks because I wanted my locks to be blonde as they grow, because I've been blonde since I was in high school. But I decided that I'm not going to bleach my hair anymore while I'm on my lock journey, because I really want to experience my lock journey. Because for me, it's something very spiritual, and I want to stop putting toxic chemicals into my body and on my skin, ingesting them, all that. Okay, if you have locks, if you're new on your lock journey, if you have any questions, please let me know. If you are locked and you've seen my video, if you have any suggestions of things I can do, mind you, my supplies and things that I could use are limited. With me being here in Thailand, I haven't really found much that I could use, because I really want some rose water. I used rose water back when I was in Shanghai, but I don't have no more. But if you have any suggestions of things that I could continuously do to keep my locks growing healthy and things like that, please let me know, because I want my locks to thicken up, be long and luscious. You know, locked essence over here, essence with the blonde locks, yes. Okay, I'm done. Thanks for watching my video.